I'm Isaac, the host that will lose their train of thought about every 5 seconds.
If you also want to start a podcast like Milk and Lettuce, maybe make one even more refined than I do, I highly recommend going to anchor.fm. It's free. You do not need to pay them anything. You can have them publish it. They do have it on Apple, Google, Spotify, and others. You can just hit auto distribute and let them take care of the rest. That's what I did. That way I don't have to worry about any of all that. Yeah. Words can be hard. But yeah, it's totally free. You can make money. There's no minimum listenership required. There's many different tools all right there. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And please send me your podcasts. I would love to listen to them. Thank you so much. Thank you to you, the listener, and to Anchor FM for being the new home to Milk and Lettuce. I'm doing another couch recording, except this time I have my fan, so sorry. We took the fan downstairs earlier because it was almost 90 degrees in the living room. I'm like, fuck this. No. It's too hot. But I decided I'm going to do, I don't know entirely if I'm going to break it up into 3 different episodes or just 3 different sections in the same episode. But I decided I'm going to talk a little more about certain terminology that I personally use, as not everyone is familiar with them. So I'm going to start with Enby. When I say Enby, it's non-binary. I've talked about being non-binary quite a bit on my podcast so far, but if you don't already know or are still confused about what non-binary is, what Enby is, basically it's somebody who does not identify as male or female. Sometimes they might be more femme, sometimes they might be more masc, but either way, they don't identify as either side of the binary spectrum. They're in the middle. They're all over. like for me, example, I do tend to lean more masculine for the most part. Just in a lot of my daily mannerisms, my way of speech is more-ish masculine in text format anyway. I don't really think I phrase a lot of things verbally more masculine. I think it's just kind of meh. But and yes, Enby is either the letters N, B, or just spelled E-N-B-Y. Enby. The next one we're going to talk about is ace. Asexual. Asexuality has different meanings. Some people who are ace are not at all sexually attracted to anybody. Well, that's the definition of ace. You're just not sexually attracted to people. There are some ace people who will still have sexual relations with their partner purely for their partner, and there are some asexual people who do not go to that at all. Like, for me, I sometimes will, just for my partner's sake, or because I wanted kids. I've got 3 kids. I wanted 3 kids. I got 3 kids. How do you make babies? You know? Like, yeah, you kind of got to do it. I know for me, I'm like very awkward about it, though. Like, realistically, the thought kind of just throws me off and disturbs me to no end. I don't know. Like, I would much more prefer that the closest thing to, quote, adult fun time requires our clothes staying on and something playing on the screen, you know, watching a movie or playing a game together, you know, something that just involves spending time together. Like, is that so much to ask? I am missing a cat. Oh, that's very random. Anyway. And the last one I'm going to talk about is, what is AFAB? And also what's ABAB? Like, AMAB, not ABAB, AMAB. If you couldn't already obviously tell based on the sound of my voice, was assigned female at birth. AFAB, assigned female at birth. And that's what AMAB is, assigned male at birth. So if you weren't already aware, that's what it's. And a friend of mine wasn't sure if it was appropriate, I guess. I think that's the appropriate way to phrase it. I think she wasn't sure if it was even appropriate to say that. And it's like, yeah, I mean, people are generally okay with speaking about people who were assigned X at birth. But to be fair too, a lot of times if you are just because the conversation was pretty much about female anatomy, something that had to do with female health and such. I mean, I know some people are okay with saying menstruating people or childbearing people. I've heard people say menstruating people, and it's I don't want to think about periods, okay? don't know about you, but I don't want to think about that. Because, yeah. But, I mean, for the most part, I think most everyone is okay with, you know, saying generalized things that are not saying women, not directing, like, not trying to forcefully exclude trans women in that. Because, yeah, whether you're assigned male at birth or assigned female at birth, whether you are cis or trans, whether you are underweight or overweight, like, we all have different dietary needs. It happens. It's a fact of life. We're all different. We're all built different. Nobody's the same as the next one. That said, me being ace Enby, I'm not, probably the same as the next person you're going to meet. If anyone who's ace Enby. I like to consider myself a robot. Okay? I have reproduced, and now I am done. I don't know, man. Like, don't ever call anyone who's ace Enby a robot. I am a robot. Because I'm very neutral on quite a bit of things. I don't have favorites on a lot of things. Like, I have issues with things like that. I got off track again. But basically, yeah, that's, what assigned female at birth, AFAB, or assigned male at birth, AMAB, are. Yeah, that's what those are. Side note, just because this episode would otherwise be under 20 minutes, a little, just a little thought here. I'm thinking of redoing my intro and outro. I know I've had them for over 20 episodes almost. Yeah. Just about 20 episodes at least. Nope, more than 20. I forgot I did the bonus one. Yeah, thinking of redoing my intro and outros. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna say. I'm actually gonna script them from now on. I've said this before. I use Anchor FM as is in my sponsorship. You basically start out with your Anchor sponsorship. So as soon as you start and you set up payment option, you can use their sponsorship, and basically you have a sponsorship. So that's pretty cool. If you want to start your own podcast, go for it, man. This is not an ad read. But no, Anchor's tools, they have an option to reuse past recordings. And I use that for my intro and outro. I actually have those pre-recorded, so I don't have to say them every time. Because if you listen back to season 1, I'm all over the place, man. My outros and intros are just all sorts of fucky, But yeah, I realized I can probably redo them. I've had these ones for a while, and I think it's time for a fresh redo, a new look. Not really. still going to keep the same appearance. I like my lettuce leaf, okay? It took me a really long time to do that, because I drew the leaf. I basically found a picture of a lettuce leaf online, realized I couldn't find a good one that I really liked, and just kind of went with the idea of one and basically just made that. And I really like how it turned out. It took a long time to make it, and it took an even longer fucking time to make different lettuce leaves. I have pride leaves, or there's 10 different iterations of my lettuce leaf. If you join my Discord, they're all stickers. I made them stickers. Yay! So yeah, 10 of my 15 stickers are the lettuce leaf in 10 different pride flags. And I'm really happy with how they turned out, actually. So if you look too closely, you'll see like there's differentiations, like they are not all matching, because I basically traced my old one and redid them. But yeah, my Discord server invite is in my links, so check that out. I'm gonna roll my outro, and this may be the last time you ever hear that one. Bye.
Boys, I hope you're having a fantastic morning, day, afternoon, evening, night, when you're listening to this. Have a great